What's up, guys? Here we are for round 1 of our modern 8-man with Bant Knightfall. We are on the draw, and we have a pretty good hand. 2 mana guys, a step links, Geist, lands. This is where we really need to decide whether we want to lead with a mana guy on turn 1 or a step links on turn 1. A lot of it depends on what our opponent is playing, but normally you lead with the mana guy, just because that lets us play either Geist or 2 1-drops, and then an attack on our next turn. A lot of different options, but our opponent goes Windswept Heath, fetching a forest for birds. We have a Goyf, so I think we're definitely playing a mana guy, because then we can either play like Goyf plus the second mana creature, or Goyf plus Lynx, or Geist. It gives us a lot of options. We don't really need to land past our third, so we can definitely fetch here, and against Forest, I don't think I need to fetch basics, so I think Temple Garden is the one I want to get. I could get a Breeding Pool, and then, well, I can't fetch basic points with the Misty, never mind. So we'll just go get a Temple Garden and play Noble Hierarch. So far I've been liking this deck a lot. It's really powerful, really fast, and it has a lot of play to it. Very often you're trying to find a line and then execute that line over multiple turns, and like the wins are either very quick or they take a few turns to materialize, and both are very satisfying. So Temple Garden, Noble Hierarch, pass. Don't really know what my opponent's playing. I think the Marsh Flats is a pretty good tell that he's like some sort of Abzan collected company, but I don't know if they play Noble Hierarch. I think they do. I think they just like play Noble Hierarch, but as like an extra birds. Whereas in our deck, Noble Hierarch is better than birds. So we drew a plains. The Goyf is only a 1/2 right now. I feel like I just want to play Geist. Geist can be a 3/3. He'll be able to play a 5-drop. I'm afraid Geist might get a little brick-walled, but yeah, I think I just want to play Geist. I'll hold this fetch, play the forest. Oh, hold on. Bear with me if my webcam randomly freezes. Rhino. Alright, so just straight Abzan, I guess. Interesting. Well, we can start tapping down his Rhino and swinging. Retreat to Coral Helm, and then we can, I guess, play the Misty. And then we can fetch up a forest, play birds, or we could just play the plains and step links. Yeah, I think that's better. So 1, 2, 3. Get this retreat out there. Play a plains, tap your guy, play a step links, hit you for 6, hit you for 7, even better. So next turn, oh no, I don't know if I ordered my triggers correctly. Oh, I did, okay. For a second I was confused there. If I ordered the triggers correctly, I didn't know if Exalted, checked on like resolution of the ability, but it doesn't, so. So here, he's gonna hit us for 5 down to 9. We can race for a little bit. This Goyf This Goif could be bigger. Right now it's just kind of you know, just a 1/2 still, but we're okay. We can always like play the Misty Rainforest to tap down, like say he plays another Rhino, and then we can crack the fetch on his turn to tap down an attacker, which is pretty cool. Even a Gavany Township would be a good draw here, depending on what our opponent plays. Rhinos always come in packs, of course. Loxodon Smiter. A 4/4 does not block a 4/5. That's unfortunate. I guess it does soak up some damage. I guess the Smiter in combination with our Steplink's blocking could trade with a Siege Rhino or force him to use a removal spell, and I'm really only gaining 1 point by attacking here. So I think I'm actually just going to swing with the Geist and then just, you know, double block. What are you doing? My cat's ripping things off of the wall. He's like, oh, you're recording? Here, let's mess it up. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So my opponent's at 10. If I can live, I don't know if I can win, but I don't think I'll die. If I can live, I won't die. That's what I've figured out. We will go to combat. I will go to 5, tap down an attacker. Oh, nice. Don't think I'll need another white mana. Well, I need a 3rd green. I don't think I'll need that either. We'll just grab a Hallowed Fountain. All right. If he swings with both Rhinos, I think I'm in trouble. If he swings with just one, I might just block with a Steplinks. If I draw a path, nah, he's still not dead. Yeah, I think I have to trade and hope to draw a path. If he has a path to exile, I take 1/5, so I think I have to block with the birds too. So if he paths my Loxodon Smiter, I take 1 plus 3, 4, go to 1. So I think I'm forced to block with birds. It was probably better to put the birds on the same Siege Rhino, because he could order to kill Steplinks plus birds, but I don't think he would. I think he would still kill the Loxodon Smiter, and then I would still get to keep my birds, but I don't think it matters. Goif is now a 4/5. His dude's a 5/6. I'm gonna play Plains, swing with both of my dudes. I'm just dead to a removal spell. Yeah, because like, I don't know, maybe it's different if I still have that birds. I can just like block with Goif plus Noble Hierarch plus birds plus the step links, and even if he can kill my Tarmogoyf, I could still soak up 3 damage and go to 1. I don't know, I really needed to draw like a Knight of the Reliquary there. Okay. I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I feel it in my bones. It's not bad. So I can path his Kitchen Finks, but I can only hit him down to 2. Oh my gosh. No, I can hit him to 1. That's horrible. I wonder if the turn that I attacked with the step links. No, because I needed the step links to kill his Rhino. Yep, I think I die. I could just like path my own Hierarch. Make step links a 2/3 from the land. That's not gonna get me anywhere. Maybe my opponent just attacks with 1 creature and I can path it. I'm just making sure I've done my math correctly. Yeah, I path this guy, hit him for 7, and drop him to 1. And then I take a 3 damage from the swing back. This is an interesting matchup. I haven't run up against the Abzan matchup yet with this deck. Swinging with both. What am I looking for? I mean, maybe he goes for, I don't know what he would go for. He plays something else irrelevant and taps down his Hierarch, and I draw a fetch land. Doesn't seem likely. Yeah, Lingering Souls is good. I have a Goyf. I die to his Flyers. Well, maybe I can get him to double block. Yep. Alright, so afterboard, Dismember is great for clearing out his Siege Rhinos and stuff. Path of Exile is good against his Kitchen Finks. I like Deprive just because he's casting, you know, big things, 3 and 4 drops. Other than that, we should be set up to handle this matchup pretty well, I would think. Loxodon Smiter seems a little unimpressive, but he's good against he's good against Liliana of the Veil. And we are a little weak to Liliana of the Veil, so I think I'll keep him in. Though my opponent did see Loxodon Smiter game 1. The spell's good against his paths, but not against his Abrupt Decay. Spellskite seems fine against his removal. What am I cutting? I think I can cut one mana guy. I think I can cut a retreat. And once I cut retreat, Geist doesn't seem the best. Yeah, I think I want to trim on some Geist. Kitchen Finks is a little small. The 3/2 body just runs into a lot of what he has. You know, his big creatures that block. I think this is a tough matchup just because he's got Lingering Souls that can go up the board, and he just has like lots of, you know, removal and creatures that make attacking difficult. And I really rely on Retreat to Coral Helm to like, you know, keep, you know, swinging in with attackers. But at the same time, like, Retreat to Coral Helm against his Abrupt Decay is a little rough. I think this matchup might be unfavorable for me. But yeah, this hand's great. Turn 1, Noble Hierarch into either leaving up Remand or, you know, casting Knight. I think we cast Knight. Maybe we cast Voice. Well, I guess we cast Knight, and then the next turn we can cast Voice, hold up Remand. Seems good. Am I casting Voice or Step Links? I mean, am I casting Knight or am I casting Voice Step Links? I think I want to cast Knight here. I don't really have good lands, like any, you know, bullet lands to help me in this matchup, except for Gavany Township. Okay, that's a Kitchen Finks. We'll just play Voice and try and use this Remand on a Siege Rhino or something. I guess I could play the Step Links this turn. If I'm not attacking with the Knight. I don't really care if he's hitting me with Kitchen Finks. Alright, so Windswept Heath, and I'll go get another Plains. Play Step Links. Yeah, I like that play a lot better, rather than just like leaving the Knight back to block. Because if I leave the Knight back, he's not going to attack in with the Kitchen Finks. So it's not really gaining me anything. In this way, I just get to play out Step Links, just using the Knight as like another Birds of Paradise, which is a mode that people often forget, but is very good. Yeah, so like next year we can go find Gavany Township, which is not bad. I'll take it. I mean, And we kind of force him to play something here because, you know, he can't really just pass the turn because of voice. So he's kind of like forced to play into something. Path is fine. It kind of stinks. Alright, you got it. Successfully played around my remand. I think we just want the damage while we can get it. I'd like to thin out my deck, and we can just keep getting land drops with Oboro if we need them. Breeding pool, I think. Get you for 5. I feel like I'm still kind of priced into racing him. He has a better late game than me. I just need to get him dead. Yeah, we're going to counter that. We are countering that. There's a voice. Yeah, I want to swing in with this voice to trade with this Kitchen Finks rather than just jumping. If he wants to trade... Maybe I did want to leave the fetch because, well, I guess I can. He'll be a 2/3 then a 3/4. I can attack with just step lengths and then, but then I'm in this weird spot where I want him to trade with my Voice of Resurgence, but I guess hitting him to 11 is okay too. Just play like Goyf Voice. But if I attack with both, that means Goyf is a little bit bigger. 3/4 still doesn't block his Smiter. I guess playing Goyf, playing Voice, and then just next turn like putting a Voice in front of the Smiter is probably best. He's already used up one path. Alright, that's what I have. So now, I mean, he can like attack with a Smiter, and then he can just use a removal spell on the elemental token, which I guess is fine for him. But other than that, like, you know, once he attacks in, then he's got this big 5/5 elemental he has to deal with. Wilt Leaf Liege will help. Man. This guy is such a beating. Do I block with both voices and get 2 5/5s to trade with half of a Kitchen Finks? Opponent's got 1 card in hand. Come on, Gavany Township. We're both at 11. I think my board is slightly better than his. Windswept Heath doesn't do it. So I can make him a 4/5 and then a 5/6. I can just attack with an elemental, and but he'll put like Voice and Kitchen Finks on it. But he's gonna next turn attack with a Smiter, and then I get blown out when I double block. I think I just have to pass. Passing feels so bad though. I don't know. It's not looking good. Yeah, him having exactly Path to Exile to kill that Knight of the Reliquary before I could search up Gavany Township is what did it in for me this game. Any other removal spell and I can remand it, but he had access to 2 white mana with the birds, and remanding it wouldn't have done anything. He would have just been able to replay it. But that's one of the problems with Knight of the Reliquary. It's a 3-mana creature that's kind of hard to protect. It is weak to Path to Exile. Yeah, I think I just pass. I think I block with 2 elementals and a Goyf. Kills my Goyf. Elementals are 4/4s. He kills an elemental. I have a 4/4 and a 3/4. Still kills his thing. If he has 2 removal spells, then he's got me. I think I kind of have to block this way. Problem with this is it makes my elementals 4/4s, which means he's going to start trading with his creatures, but I'm hoping that I'll draw creatures because I have a bunch of them in my deck. I only have 11 lands left in my deck, so 11 lands, 32 hits. Pretty much anything that's not a land helps me out of this situation. I think this is the proper block. Okay. Does he have another removal spell? Why wouldn't he? I think he should path my elemental so he can eat my other elemental. Man, 2 removal spells was rough. That feels bad. That leaves me with... I mean, it doesn't matter regardless. Now he's got a gigantic board to mine nothing. And land. I don't know. That one felt like we were behind the whole time. I think, you know, he's got a lot of hard-hitting, mana-efficient, fast threats that really make it difficult for me to get anything going, while he can also disrupt me with removal, which is what his deck does. But I don't know. I don't think this is a very good matchup. I think game 1 we were close to winning it, and then game 2, you know, if he didn't have the path at the exact time that he had it, we probably, you know, we would have been able to search up Gavany Township and should have been fine. I guess we could have not played the, like when he let us untap with the Knight of the Reliquary, I figured we were safe. It's possible he drew Path to Exile, you know, the turn after, but there was a turn where we searched up a fetch to go get a Plains to play a Step Links that turn, and maybe it's possible that we just want to get a Gavany Township out on the field as quick as possible. I still feel like the play I made was right, because I thought he didn't have a path. If he did have it, he probably would have played it the turn before, so I wouldn't be able to get a Knight activation, but I don't know. Alright, that is round 1. We will try again, and we'll be back for round 2.